Somewhere between a $500,000 rock and a custom design a jeweler spent months hand engraving, this year's biggest celebrities have been quietly telling their love stories through diamonds. And if you want to know who's really serious about who, forget the tabloids. Just look at their left hands. Let's start with the one that broke the internet on July 28th. Madison posted a simple carousel of photos. No lengthy caption, just 3 words. Meet my fiancé. The man behind those words? Los Angeles Chargers quarterback Justin Herbert. And sitting on Beer's finger was a ring so massive that jewelry experts couldn't even agree on the details. Some estimated the elongated cushion-cut diamond at 7 carats. Others pushed it as high as 15. Price tags floated anywhere from $500,000 to over $1 million. What everyone did agree on was the cut itself. Rare, dramatic, and nothing like the flashy, multi-stone rings so many athletes go for. For a guy known for keeping his personal life completely off the radar, Herbert went all in when it mattered. But this wasn't some whirlwind romance. Rumors about Beer and Herbert first started swirling back in August 2025, when the towering quarterback showed up on the set of one of her music videos. From there, things moved quietly. A courtside date night at a Lakers game, a sideline kiss during a Chargers game that finally confirmed what fans suspected, and then an official red carpet debut together at a pre-Grammys party in February. By the time the engagement post went up, it felt less like a surprise and more like the final piece clicking into place. Of course, Beer and Herbert aren't the only power couple who said yes this year. Taylor Swift's engagement ring from Travis Kelce has its own story, and it's arguably even more personal. Swift revealed the ring was custom designed by jeweler Kindred Lubrick, a woman known for doing all her gold engraving completely by hand. Here's the twist, though. Swift had actually shown Kelce a video of Lubrick's work about a year and a half before he ever proposed. She thought it was just a passing comment. Turns out, he'd been paying attention the entire time. When Kelce finally got down on one knee in his own backyard, surrounded by flowers, Swift's first reaction wasn't just emotional, it was recognition. She immediately knew who'd made the ring. "I know who made that," she remembers thinking, before adding the realization that hit even harder. He'd actually been listening to her all along. That kind of detail is what turned a proposal into a moment fans still talk about. And the story didn't end there. When the two finally said their vows in July, Kelce gave her one more piece from Lubrick, a diamond-encrusted wedding band, designed to match the ring that started it all. Beer and Swift might be dominating headlines, but they're far from the only ones flashing new jewelry this year. Zoe Kravitz said yes to Harry Styles with an elongated cushion-cut solitaire wrapped in a thin gold bezel. Understated, a little vintage, and unmistakably her style. Meanwhile, actress Sienna Miller has been out and about with a classic round diamond, a gift from her partner, actor Ollie Green. Different cuts, different price points, but the same underlying theme. These rings weren't picked off a shelf. Every one of them tells you something about the relationship behind it. And that might be the real story here. Look closely, and there's a pattern forming across Hollywood and pro sports this year. Pop stars pairing off with athletes. And instead of going bigger just for the sake of it, these partners are going personal. Herbert reportedly researched cuts obsessively before choosing something rare instead of just expensive. Kelce held on to a detail from over a year earlier and turned it into the entire foundation of his proposal. Even Kravitz's ring, quieter than the rest, still reflects exactly who she is, rather than following any trend. So while the price tags and carat counts make for great headlines, the actual story is a little more interesting than the numbers suggest. These aren't just expensive rings. They're proof that somebody was paying attention. And with wedding season still very much underway and more couples heating up behind the scenes, this definitely isn't the last ring reveal we'll be talking about this year. If you've been keeping up with any of these couples, let us know in the comments which ring you think takes the crown. And if you want more breakdowns like this one, make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss the next reveal.